All right, everybody, welcome back to our Training Day podcast. I got my man Elton Yaldo with me of FFL Onyx, one of the fastest growing groups at Tri State. And Elton, brand new vice president. Congratulations, my man,
Thank you.
on
Thank you.
on that. That's a very strong achievement because you're helping 150 families a month. That means you have a team of people that are working with you. You've actively recruited those people. You're out there helping families yourself. VP is a pivotal place in our deal. So that's an exciting accomplishment right there, my man. So congratulations. Uh,
Appreciate it.
Welcome to the podcast, and we're excited to have you on, man. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How about yourself, Mark?
I am doing fantastic. Thank you for asking. And man, it's fun to get to know a little bit about you. If you could, for everybody who's listening in our audience, could you tell us a little bit about your backdrop, kind of where you're coming from, and how you found Family First Life?
Absolutely. My name is Elton. I'm 19 years old. I'm from Farmington Hills, Michigan. I was in the mortgage industry on sales as a telemarketer from 14 years old all the way up until 18. The moment I turned 18, I jumped straight into financial services because I like fulfilling people's needs and helping them. So giving people that security rather than the mortgage side selling things. It was kind of different on the life insurance because it was about a sentimental topic. So something that was sensitive to them with death and everything. I kind of related to it losing my father, so I wanted to jump into life insurance to kind of make a difference as an insurance agent and to be the agent that makes a difference. So it's not more so for the sale and how much we're going to make as an agent, but more so building that long lasting relationship with my client.
Wow, that's amazing. So you are coming from the mortgage business. How did your interest get piqued about Family First Life?
I mean, I heard about Family First Life all around, and it was always a decision of, hey, do I make my own brokerage? How do I go about doing that? Or does this company have the tools and resources necessary for me to succeed? After digging and everything, all I seen was positivity all around about Family First Life, and that's what kind of was making me lean towards joining Family First Life after speaking to Valentino Calais, one of my mentors in this business, kind of really made me turn the switch and say, we're going with Family First Life full force.
That's crazy. And full force you have, my friend. When did you start with
Absolutely.
us, Elton?
So it was back in July of 22.
Got it. And then how'd you start finding your way? Like you're obviously doing mortgages and then found yourself in insurance. How did you start finding your way and start making the business work for you?
No, absolutely. It was kind of like I was always one to, I like to figure it out myself and build my own sort of blueprint. So I started off with, seeing what clients I could get as far as like close leads. So like going out to family, friends, and everything to really understand the business, understand the products and everything, and people that would understand like, hey, I may make a mistake right now, but they love and care for me, so they want to support me. And then it became of like, hey, where do I buy leads? Found the right leads. I know how to attack the phones. I'm attacking the phones from 9 to 9 every single day.
Mm,
Kind of just keeping that discipline, head down every single day, tunnel vision on. Hey, I got to work towards this. I would just want to learn more and more every single day. And I got to a point where I know everything in the back of my head, so I could close someone, talking backwards.
ha. But it sounds like this is a skill you've been blessed with. Like the industry of sales is something that you've been blessed to do. You enjoy it, and
Absolutely.
it's created it's filled a void, but also has helped financially. So explain a little bit about your passion for sales.
I mean, my passion for sales is really I just like to be that person that you know I'm always like liked by people. Uh, People love like opening up to me and everything, and allowing that to happen. I put the right words in place. It just puts everything together as far as the sale wise. Like
Hmm.
I genuinely enjoy seeing people smile and seeing people become happy. Like that's the best part about closing every single sale is seeing their smiles at the end, cracking a little joke, just getting that little taste of what happiness looks like with every single one of my clients. It all builds up at the end, and it's just I have a huge pot full of happiness and joy, knowing that I took care of everyone.
That's crazy. Now you said that you turned 18 and you knew you had to get into financial services. Um,
Mhm.
why financial services?
Financial services was a big pick for me. It's because it's not necessarily just life insurance. There's multiple other things that are attached to it, and there's always room for growth. That's what I looked at. Recession proof was the biggest thing. So like with the mortgage industry, it's not recession proof.
Hmm.
So rates are jumping up and down, and it wasn't something that I saw as sustainable. And then looking into financial services, I just saw it as you know this is the industry that has created the most successes. It's the industry that people are most happy with, and with wanting to help people, being able to see people face to face, which I couldn't do in mortgages. I like people to relate to me as a person and also relate to me as their agent. So that's why it's the face to face aspect, but also the successes that have came out of the financial services industry.
Dude, I mean, I'm blown away by the fact that you're 19 and but what you said was, mortgages is not recession proof. It's unstable. You know how long it took me to figure that out? I mean, I came from the mortgage business. I was doing that from 2005 to 2012. And I guess it didn't take me long to figure that out, but I didn't figure out a way out for 8 years. So um, I saw insurance and financial services as a way out too, but I didn't see it as quickly as you saw it. So that's mind numbing to me, which is amazing. Like where did the intuition? Like was someone talking to you about financial services? Were you looking at trends? Were you watching people that were successful? Like I'm very intrigued by this.
No, so it was more so. So I'm Chaldean. My ethnicity's Chaldean.
Okay.
Um, it was more so that all the Chaldeans had monopolized the mortgage industry, and me being at the beginning stage of adulthood, I really wanted to kind of take the next step and be one of the first Chaldeans in the financial services industry to be the biggest. So when it's already monopolized, it's really overdone. There's mortgage companies left, right, and center all around my city, all around my state. I wanted to have kind of like my own bread and butter, and be the person. I'm going to take the risk, do it myself. I don't have anyone holding my hand, walking in. But kind of like I'm not being a copycat, let's say. I really wanted to be the difference. When every you see every Chaldean,
Mm,
everyone got a mortgage company, financial services over here with
love it.
life insurance.
Got it. So creating your own lane, man. That's fantastic.
Hmm.
So let's talk about the journey now. You're in the business. You realize kind of what we're doing. Buying leads, helping families. Um, let's talk about how you set your schedule and some of the things you do to create the personal production success. How do you view purchasing leads and creating the proper schedule to go out there and help families?
So I like to wake up, get a head start on my day, kind of at 5 in the morning. I'll jot everything down on my legal pad, and I want to cross off everything one by one by one. So if I got to help this client got this appointment. I like to see everything in front of me, because seeing me cross it off creates that, okay, I'm moving forward. I'm moving forward. Kind of builds that momentum throughout the day. The biggest thing when it comes to leads is obviously finding the right vendor. Not only has integrity, has amazing leads. I love the ethos, fresh cart abandons. Those have been phenomenal for
Mm,
me, and also the diamond leads as well. But with Onyx, we've kind of went out of our way to create our own lead center. So kind of generating them ourselves and everything, which has expanded that. It's kind of a little bit different. I like to mix and match. I feel like it's good to mix the quantity leads versus the quality leads. So kind of getting some $1, $2 in there. But then also having, those 11 to $20 leads all mixed in there. I think that's great, because it's gonna build like repetition on the sale, and also it's going to have more volume. So if I could talk to 100 people, I got a higher chance of closing 100 than if I only talk to 10. It's a bigger closing rate on my end.
that's facts. Yeah, man. So, are you doing face to face or are you doing telesales? How are you approaching it?
So I'll do both. So I'll begin with telesales, the telesales approach, and I give everyone three strikes with a phone call. So I'll try to give them a ring three times. Everyone gets three strikes with a phone call. Obviously, they may be busy or something. After that, I'll pay them a visit. And kind of that's this is how the week goes. Majority of the time, I'd say 70% is done over the phone, and then the other 30% I would say is going to be that in person. So me kind of sitting down with them, and seeing them face to face. It kind of builds more trust and everything. Versus I could just be anyone on the phone, which I understand my clients sometimes are weary of sharing some information. They want to kind of build that trust factor. So I like to do the in person. And it gives me a reason to go out and travel and see new people and experience new things.
That's great, man. And when you're doing it over the phone, are you doing appointments? Are you doing call to close? How are you typically approaching your day?
So my biggest thing is one call close. I preach one call close with everything. I see there no point in number one being their appointment. There are circumstances which require it. The client's busy and everything, and if it's a genuine like, hey, we really do need to set an appointment here. I like to go out of my way to block off that hour in the schedule for them, and get that appointment squared away. It gives me more time to prepare as well. But traditionally, we'll do one call close approach, and kind of run through everything A to Z within the hour span.
Huge. And I mean, the process, Elton, is something that, everybody does it, everyone who's successful does it a little bit differently, but the nuances and the strategy and the base is very much the same. You know, how many
Mhm.
days a week are you what's your schedule like um, every single week?
So I'm Monday through Saturday. I'm on the phones and in person. I'd say my biggest days out of the week are going to be Mondays. I call them Money Mondays. And then Fridays. Mondays and Fridays are huge, and then Saturdays are great for in person. I find that to be most reliable day for people to be in person, because everyone has work. They're getting off. Not a lot of people work on Saturday, but I'm six days, sometimes seven out of the week.
Driven, man. I love it. And now
Mhm.
you have this agency coming out of the woodworks. The vice president status last month. And obviously, you're putting a lot of work into that. What are some things you're doing for recruiting purposes? How are you approaching the agency building side of the business?
So the biggest thing I preach, when bringing on agents and everything, and this is what all my agents, a part of my agency as a whole, are kind of embedded into their heads, like no greed, because I believe greed kills businesses. So my biggest thing was like it's just 5%. It's just 5%. Kind of just looking at the volume aspect of things, and how can you grow more? Is 5% going to make or break your business? Is 5% going to really make that big of a difference in your life to where you can't bring that recruit on? That's the biggest thing I preach to everyone, is let's not be greedy. People want to work for people that they enjoy the company with, and not necessarily being some sort of macho tough guy or trying to be very angry. I love the culture aspect of everything. So when people feel comfortable, they feel comfortable to approach me and everything. I feel like that's what brings the most recruits. My biggest thing with recruiting has been my marketing. I mean, I have the news articles and everything. I'm making the videos, and the reach has just been phenomenal. So like every day I'm getting messages, hey, what do you do? How's it going for you? It just continues to build day by day by day as those search results build.
Now, what is this platform that you're using?
For the marketing,
Yes.
so marketing, my biggest thing is Instagram, and then obviously the news articles are done off of uh, through Google, so like everyone can look them up and everything. But Instagram ads has been huge for me. Obviously, Facebook was good in the beginning, but more so now that Instagram has their reels. It's easier to reach people there, as long as you're making the right content. I mean, you're putting on Instagram what people actually want to see, right? You gotta start it off with what people don't want to hear, because that's what's going to intrigue them.
Huh.
But then the video just has to be a basis of like of what people actually want to hear. Let's tell them the truth.
I love the truth, baby. Um, Now, have you been recruiting warm market? some of your friends from the previous industry, or
Absolutely. Yeah, so I got a lot of guys that I used to work with at the mortgage company, that have came over. Silvar Afram is one of them, up and coming. I've known him for over 3 years. I have Simon Atisha, Isaac Gappy. Those are my heaviest hitters, within my agency. Maria Barishai has been huge. But basically, with all them collectively, it's kind of my biggest thing is I've never done anyone wrong. So that's why to be arrogant is a key thing here. That's why people would want to work for me. I've never done anyone wrong in the past, and they know that I would never do anyone wrong, so they trust that, and that's the biggest thing is having trust with everyone and having that respect.
man, you are well beyond your years. You know, it's impressive to watch. What are your plans, man? You kind of came in, you've had, success. You're having more success. How do you plan on blowing this thing up? Because I mean, based on your demeanor and some things we spoke about previously, you're looking to kill it here.
No, absolutely, absolutely. I'm looking to shoot for board member is going to be obviously my next goal after vice president. I like to aim high and have something that I'm working towards every single day. The biggest thing about building this is I like to have a whole culture, so I'll include everyone, give them kind of like that position and that love of like, hey, you can build your own team from day one, which is something you can't do in every other industry. That's what's really funneling. Like, hey, like they get that respect position of I can be my own boss. This is my own business. I control my downline delegation, everything. But like people love that the position that they're able to put themselves in with FFL Onyx and with the financial services industry. I'm just really pushing for let's grow, let's grow, let's grow every single day. We're working on new ad campaigns, marketing individually for our agents, and kind of having that all set up, through the marketing company that I have.
That's amazing. And so you're doing a lot of stuff through social media. Are you doing anything on Google or any type of SEO?
No, so I haven't really dove into that too much. My marketing team is working on some sort of strategy because Google ads are huge when it comes to financial services industry because that's where people look up everything. So getting the right placement on there for recruiting wise, where is the best insurance brokers to work at? Getting that top placement on that top ranking is going to be huge, and that's going to be a next step that I take. But as of right now, it's really just Instagram and TikTok would be my other social media platform, but more so Instagram.
Can you break down some of the things you're doing on Instagram to have the success you're having? Because something tells me in 6 months we're going to be talking about a whole different ball of wax here.
No, my biggest thing is the Instagram Reels, and I like to mix. So I'll do recruiting videos, and I'll also do videos targeted towards life insurance clients because I like my Instagram page to be a summary about myself and kind of showing that, hey, I can relate to you as a client if you're watching my page. I can relate to you as a person if you're looking for a place to work, and I can also relate to you as a relatable human. Hey, we like the same things. We both enjoy jet skis, boats, whatever. But I like to have everything in there because I don't want there to be a reason for someone not to be on my page. So that it's always something that will get them intrigued, get them looking. I have a whole training course on how to get started with Onyx, explaining carriers and everything as far as applications on my Instagram on my subscription page. So that's something that I worked on for over a month, but I walk through from A to Z of how to do absolutely everything and anything.
That's massive, bro. I'm so excited for you, man. It's so early. Um, if you could talk to an agent who's just getting started, you're hiring a lot of them. What are you telling them to help them stay even keel and have the maximum opportunity for success?
One of the biggest thing that I tell them is this: don't look at your clients as a commission or a dollar amount. Help your clients to genuinely help them, no matter if the policy is $1 a month, $1,000 a month, whatever the case may be. If you do it just out of the kindness of your own heart, and you just do it to help the people, I believe in good karma will come back to you. So just the volume, they're going to send you referrals. if you treat everyone the same way, no matter how big, how small, that's going to help you huge in this business. And you're just going to see, the amount of families protected at the end of the month. That number is going to be huge. You're not even going to know it. If you're just going into every house or going onto the phone with every single person the same exact way, just to genuinely help them out and build a connection with them, I think that'll help an agent coming on board into the financial services industry more than anything. If they just have that mindset and don't look, don't prioritize others, keep everything the same, everything equal. Big, small, love them all.
Elton, baby. I love it, man. We're going to be singing some songs soon, brother.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man. It's early. I expect big things from you, and I'm excited to assist in any way that we can. And keep doing what you're doing, man. I'm sure that that your recruiting approach is going to blow up. It's already doing that. And teaching your team to do the same thing is how you'll multiply it. So thank you so much for your time and joining us on our Training Day podcast.
Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate you for having me.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. Elton Yaldo, the man. Appreciate you, brother.